You stay with us. We stay, but we move on to a related topic. In Europe, where British police officers have arrested protesters demonstrating against the ban of Palestine Action in London. The group was banned days after claiming responsibility for a break-in at an Air Force base in southern England, which the government claims caused an estimated £7 million worth of damage to 2 aircraft. Dozens of protesters also surrounded a small group of officers in Parliament Square. A number of people have been detained already, and police say anyone attending the rally will be acting unlawfully and could face arrest. Matti, obviously we have seen pro-Palestinian protests all over the globe from countries that Israel traditionally calls its allies. The UK, however, there's one group in particular, Palestine Action, which has now been designated a terrorist group. It's in the same bracket as Hamas, where anyone associated or claims that it supports that group can technically be arrested. What are your thoughts about that? Do you believe that this group deserves to be designated a terrorist group in the same bracket as Hamas is?
Look, you are talking about the Labour government, and I think also Labour or any other government, they are entitled to do the differentiation between a pacific protest or people chanting or even blocking a road with another ones that they have another sources and another goals. And this one, the Action for Palestine, they have proved that they have another sources and another goals, like vandalizing, like making suffering all the population in the streets and everything only to get their goals. And they have been designated. I think it's not very easy to designate in a democratic country a group of people a terrorist organization. It must be very good reasons for that. And in this case, it doesn't matter if we are talking today or yesterday, there were manifestations not only in London, also in Belfast, also in Edinburgh. Also, it doesn't matter if they are in Buenos Aires or in New Delhi. People shouldn't vandalize and broke things and vandalize shops and everything in order to take out, steam off and their anger about something and stealing products and all kinds of things that they are doing. So if they are labeled a terrorist organization, the police are entitled to arrest them and to give back peace on the streets, independently of what's happening in Gaza or in any place. And also, of course, there are a lot of people that are shouting to the police, so this is part of a manifestation. This has nothing to do with terrorism, but other things they are. And I think that if even a government like the Labour government is sticking on this, it's because they have very good reasons and they don't want a slippery road to anarchism only because some people is angry about a conflict thousands of kilometers from their home.
Matti, of course, Israel and the European West are traditional allies. Israel takes part in the things like the European Song Contest and the European Championships when it comes to sport. How do people in Israel feel when it sees the streets of its allies, capitals lined with pro-Palestinian protesters? And it doesn't obviously just span to Europe. Of course, Australia, we've seen a huge down spiraling in relations there. What do the people of Israel think about some of their closest allies and the people and the public feeling this way about their war in Gaza?
Look, despite all the problems in Israel and the change of government and everything you want, Israel is still a liberal democracy and a part of the West. So for most of the Israelis, for millions of Israelis that also are getting used every year to go once, twice to travel to Europe and to go to different places, even as tourists, the last 2 years has been a hell. People is being rejected, people is being spitted, people is being thrown from restaurants. Imagine that some I don't know, Indian and you have Indian tourists and people is getting out from some restaurant because they don't like Indians. I mean, how would you feel? And this is not only in this kind of way, also in official things, like only in the last 2 days in Spain, a group of youth that went there to play chess in an international competition, they were strong from the competition for being Israelis, Israeli children. Okay, this is already not anti-Israelism. This is anti-Semitism. This is to be anti-people that they are Jewish, also against Jewish people that go to pray in some place. I mean, there is a wave not only of anti-Israelism, also anti-Semitism, that everybody link like it's the same. If someone is a Jew in Spain or in Ireland, so they are loyal to their places, but they have the heart with Israel, so they are to blame, and they have people and the masses that they are pro-Palestine, which is, you know, another question. What is to be pro-Palestine? To be pro-AP or to be pro-Hamas? Because when you are pro-AP, so maybe you want to have a future of peace, but if you are pro-Hamas, you cannot be pro something that has nothing to do with any prospect of peace in the future.
Okay, Mati's awake there. Thank you very much for joining us here on NewsX. Well, a pleasure to have you on the program.